Hello, everybody. My name is Vas, and I am the founder of Vas Reiki and Coaching. And I wanted to do a short video with you today because it has been a few conversations I have had in the past week or so, and it's a talk about energies and what is coming. So you may be noticing that a lot of you feel like your energy is low at the moment, and you may feel like you're kind of like losing the sense of time and space, or you feel like you want to go for things, but something is holding you back. Like as I was talking about it the other day, was like we feel like you're going into kind of a hibernation mode, which actually doesn't make sense because Christmas is coming, you have a lot of plans, you want to be with your friends, you want to do things, and so on and so forth. Now, what I realized after we had some higher communication is that this time of the year, especially this week that we're going through and the week before that passed, is the time of the year where you need to go within. It's a time of recalibration, realignment, repurposing. Specifically, it's this time of the year where we're working on our karma, okay? But karma in a sense of what I have been doing until now, how I was perceiving the world around me, or how I was perceiving that the world perceived me. Because what happens a lot of the time, we are so much in very close relationship with the relationship we have with things that we cannot distance ourselves and just see our blind spots, see what we're missing, see what we could have done better or different that would make a difference in our lives. And now instead, at this time period, we are called to recalibrate the way we view things, the way we operate with through things. Because one thing that we need to understand is that with the coming of the 1st of January, we're not only changing a year, we're not only going into 2020, we're actually changing a decade. Okay, and changing a decade means like big things are happening. For those of you who follow famous astrologers and you looking into what's gonna bring the future, what's bringing, you will see that there's a big shift of energy happening by the start of 2020, and especially after the 11th of January. This is the time when the big changes, the big transformation is gonna happen. But that means that for those of us who are wise and they're looking into things, they're working ahead of the time and they're preparing themselves, things will start showing up faster. Because the first shift that's happening is going to be in the middle of January, and the next one is going to be around April. And between this time period, you're going to see a big shift, okay? Big transformation, the way you perceive the world, the way you judge situations, the way you handle leadership, the way you handle power, your own power and the power that you have within your workspace, and so on and so forth. Another thing that you will notice that you might be going through at this time of the year, specifically these days that we go through, you might be seeing that you cannot deal anymore with certain things that you were more than happy to deal with before, okay? What that means, for example, a huge example, which was my story basically, is that you might be feeling that you are stuck between two worlds specifically, okay? One world is the world of what you are doing, your job, the life you lead, whatever. And the other world is the world of where you need to go, okay? Which is who you are as in reality, what is your purpose, the reason why you came. And you are feeling that you're stuck between these two worlds. And especially you might be feeling more and more pain because you start seeing more and more the difference between the two worlds that you're living right now. Well, what's happening this time period is that universe from above says right now that enough is enough. You need to burn your past, you need to burn everything that doesn't live up to your high vibration. So you might want to stay at work even if you don't like, and you might be saying like, I'm gonna live in 3-4 months down the line where my financial situation will be better. And instead you see that man plans and God laughs. What that means is that you will see some situations of getting out of business. Might be working for somebody else and they might fire you with the best option. Now, another thing that I want to say with that is the power of prayer. You might be praying for a solution to your situation to help you transform, okay? But what you will see is that No matter how we want to plan, no matter how we want to go with things, they never go the way we want. What happens with that is we need to target our mind where we want to go. If you're stuck between the two worlds and you know what is your reality that you need to live in, you just focus on where you want to go. The how it's going to happen, it's not up to you. It's up to the universe, God, Krishna, however you want to name it. Let's say the universal life force that surrounds everybody and everything. The how always is not up to us. What I want to say by that, for those of you, okay, who have been checking news and media and inspirational speakers, all of you must know back in 2015 when Steve Harvey was hosting the Miss Universe event. What people don't know though is that right before that event, Steve was asking himself, was praying and said, God, I want to go larger. I want my message to go across the globe, not just the US. So in 2015, as we all know, he was hosting the Miss Universe event. And during that time, he did a big mistake, okay? Instead of announcing that Miss Philippines, I think, or Miss Thailand was the winner, instead he said Miss Colombia was the winner. Now, that was a big mistake, okay? He went in the scenes in the back. They told him that you did a mistake. Don't worry, we'll fix it the next day. He said, no, that's not how I deal with things. I'm a man of integrity. He came back out on stage. He said, sorry, I did a mistake. Took the crown out of Miss Colombia, gave it to the Miss Asia country style. That don't remember, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. And he gave it to her. And he said, I need to do the right thing. Now, he had big fight from the media. Everybody was saying bad things about him. But check this out. You pray to God that you want something to happen in your life, right? And you don't need to worry about how it will happen, because it will happen. If it is aligned with your higher purpose and the why you are here on this world, it will happen. So now, what happened for Steve is that within 48 hours, within 2 days, his name was clicked on Google about 4 billion times. So that means for 48 hours, the whole world was talking about the mistake that he did. But as we know, that was 2015, okay? Up until now, the end of 2019, the man is working 4 jobs. They said that people were saying that he won't work anymore in the media, he won't have a place, and so on and so forth. But instead, what happened, his message came, magnified itself by like 4 billion times, kind of, because people who started looking for him to see what happened and say a bad word or whatever, then they got interested to see what else he's doing. They found out that he's doing 4 jobs in the social media in America. He has a YouTube channel where he's posting things, and so on and so forth. Now, the lesson for us in this world, in this moment, is that if you want to happen something in your life, okay, if you want life to start happening for you but not to you anymore, and you want to transform something, ask what you want to happen. Don't worry about how it will happen. You may have for example, we may have been fired from your work, okay? You may have a divorce, you may have a breakup in a relationship, you may lose something, whatever that is. Try not to feel down, okay, about what happened, okay, because every breakup is a blessing in disguise. Every loss that you have is another blessing. There are countless stories that you can have a look at online. With The Rock, for example, he was living up in Canada. He was coming down to the US to play a rugby game. The moment he went into the city, his coach said that, you know what, you're out of the team. We don't want you anymore. He felt frustrated. He felt bad about himself. He said like, okay, I won't play anymore. I felt bad. But then what happened is that the place where he stayed there opened up the opportunity to go and play in the WWF, I think he was playing. He said like, sometimes the worst thing that can happen to you actually will be the best thing that can happen to you. So the reason why I'm going over and over of this thing, and I'm making that video too long, is because you will have moments like this this month, right before the year changes, and you will see things like this happening to you, like as I said, breakups, breakdowns, losing jobs, or leaving jobs because you cannot make it, you cannot stay there anymore, or whatever have you, whatever you may be going through that for you might be a biggie. Okay, don't feel bad. It's a blessing in disguise. Plus, another thing to think about is that sometimes God's blessings, the universe blessings, what they do, first they stress you before they bless you. Let me repeat that thing. Sometimes God's gifts, they will stress you before they bless you. You will see things happen that they look quite opposite. You will see things going on like they look quite wrong, they don't fit well. But you need to learn, since we are all connected with the universe, we have the intuition, we're channelers, whatever, everybody's. You need to be able to see behind. You need to see like not what's happening in front of you. Don't take it at face value, but see what's behind it. What is the lesson? You need to be able to see the bigger picture. And so I will repeat that once more. Sometimes God's gifts, they stress you before they bless you. Now, that's my message for you for today. It's my first time I'm posting a live video in this group. I hope I helped somebody today with what I shared. I have a lot more stuff that I want to share, and I will keep in touch with you. Anybody who's interested in asking me more questions, I know that it was like a bit of a sudden live, the fact that I came online today, just stuff that I wanted to share with you because it's stuff I've been going through, and I had a lot of conversations with other people. And I thought, like, why only discuss with these things with another 2-3 people and not do a live in a nice big group like yours, and where people will resonate with, and we can all comment and share what we're going through. Maybe we can help each other, because I know that a lot of people are going through stuff, but what happens most of the time is we only see, we feel and we think that we are the only ones who go through things. When the moment you open up and you share, you'll see that I'm not the only one, you know. Plus, I'm in UK and I'm sharing this message with you, but somebody right now in the other side of the world might be watching me, and they will think, okay, I needed to hear this message, like how they did yesterday when I did the post about prayer on my Facebook wall, and they was texting me private messages sharing that, thank you very much. I started sharing the prayer stories and how the prayer transformed their lives and so on and so forth. So, as I said, I hope I helped somebody. We will keep in touch. If you have any questions that you would like me to help answer to the best of my ability, you can comment below the video, and we can keep in touch. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Have a good one, and I hope I'll catch up with you again soon. All right, take care.